Hello there, Simon Craig here, and I'm here to finally finish making this video. In the meantime, I've grown a big beard, because beards are awesome and they mess with continuity. Right then, this is all about making this helmet. In the first video in this series, it was about making the pattern for this helmet. If you want to see that, click up here on your screen. If you're ready, let's go. Right then, to make this helmet, I used the following. The pattern from the first video, EVA foam floor mats, pins,
a heat gun, a glue gun and glue sticks, a sharp knife, well several sharp knives I went through, a metal ruler, sandpaper, tape and a fibre tip pen. Right then, here we go. I take the EVA foam and I take the pattern. Then I carefully pin the pattern to the EVA foam. I'm being careful not to make too big a hole because I don't want the EVA foam to show up the holes later. Then I take the felt pen and carefully draw around the pattern, going in all the little V's around the edge on the way. I unpin the pattern. Then I take a ruler to cut along the straight edges. I try and keep the knife as vertical as possible. I use a metal ruler because knives make such a mess of plastic and wooden rulers. After cutting along the straight edges, I carefully cut around the curved edges, again keeping the knife as straight as possible, and pull the foam shapes out. While cutting around the edges, I don't go in all of the little V shapes. I go straight past them as if they're not there. Then I take the pattern and I turn it over so that I have a mirror image, and I pin it into the EVA foam again. Then repeat the process. Draw around it, cut it out. Don't go in all the little V's, that would be bad. Pins, draw, unpin, cut. Notice the little marks where the V's were in the pattern. This will help us match up the pieces shortly. I mark on the pieces, the fronts, the lefts and the rights. These will be on the inside of the helmet. Here we have our pieces.
Now let's give these pieces some form. I'm going to soften them with the heat gun and then mould it with my hands to give it some shape. When they are rounded a bit, I'll tape the two centre pieces together. Remember the marks from the little V's that we cut in the pattern? Well, we can match these up to make sure that we put it together straight. I'll retape some of the parts to make sure that the centre crack is closed up properly. Softening the EVA with the heat gun again will help it take to its new rounded shape. Again, making sure the gap is properly taped shut.
Then I turn my attention to these side panels. I soften them with the heat gun. I close up the big slot down the side that was cut. I use my heat gun to glue it, and the tape to keep it shut whilst the glue dries. Sanding just before gluing helps when you can get the sandpaper in.
Then I use the glue gun to inject the glue down the centre join.
Then I tape the two side panels on, following the method I used joining the two centre pieces earlier. I tape it whilst I try and close this crack down completely.
Once it is all glued and cooled down, I take the tape off. So, here it is. Fits nice and snugly. Now then, this is the basics of the helmet. If you want to change the shape of your helmet altogether, you could adjust the pattern and make a slightly different shape. It should then still fit your head. If you want a science fiction helmet, you should probably add respirators and visors and so on. If you want a fantasy helmet, add spikes and horns and or whatever your character would wear. To finish off this helmet, it's in a similar way to other things that I've made from EVA on my channel. I'll put a couple of links up here. I may even have a video about finishing this helmet one day. Thank you for watching my video. Please like this on my YouTube page. If you would like to have a look at the rest of my videos on my channel, here's a button that'll take you straight there.